Is so insane. When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes early.
So true.
And she would wait outside, but she didn't realize that my cameras could see like down the street, and her car would just be parked outside for like 30 minutes. And she would just wait until it was time to come in.
Benny Blanco embarrasses Selena Gomez, plus fans react to him. Things are not looking good for Benny. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button. I do spill pop culture tea from my very sparkly closet. And the whole vibe is like we're on a FaceTime call. So if you are in the market for a messy best friend who will hopefully one day become your comfort content creator, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's like we're having a fucking sleepover, okay? Listen, we got to talk about Benny because once again, he is coming under fire. And there's a lot of criticism coming towards Benny Blanco for allegedly embarrassing Selena Gomez. Now, if you guys didn't know, they were on a podcast where he revealed some things that make Selena Gomez look a little bit a certain way in front of the world, okay? Check this out, best friend.
So insane. When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes early.
So true.
And she would wait outside, but she didn't realize that my cameras could see like down the street, and her car would just be parked outside for like 30 minutes. And she would just wait until it was time to come in.
All right, so listen, okay? The comments basically are saying, why would he say that? You know, why is he out here trying to embarrass her? Benny Blanco has consistently, oh girl, I fucked that up again. Girl, he is always trying to say just how much Selena Gomez was into him and that he didn't even know they were on a date.
She was like, let's go get dinner tomorrow. And I was like, I'm going to this thing with my friends. Why don't you come hang out with me first, and then we'll go link for dinner. So we just went and we like got a drink first, and I didn't even realize we were on a date. And she was like, well, if this, you know, I would have worn something different to this date. And I was like, wait, what? We're on a date? I had no idea.
She said that?
No idea we were on the date. And then I was like, and then she left early because she had to go somewhere. She had to film a video the next day. And then we hung out 2 days later. And then I was like, I think she likes me. And then I literally just kissed her, and then the rest is history.
I
literally just kissed her.
After that was history?
Yeah, history. Every day together.
Every single day?
Every day together. As many days as we can.
And now fans are being like, okay, the first time was cute when you said that, but now that you keep saying it, it's like, girl, what's going on? There's a comment that is one of the most liked comments saying, just give the ugliest man a chance and he will use it to destroy your reputation for sure. Now, I wanted to talk about this because it's one of the most liked comments. And I have to say, not everyone is for everyone, okay? We've established that. What you might think is hot, I don't think it's hot, okay? Period. And I just think that it's so annoying that in 2025, people are still judging people over their physical appearance. If Selena Gomez is happy, girl, if he is getting it good with her, respecting her, allowing her to shine on her own, not trying to dim her light, letting her be her and him being him, and respecting her boundaries, what else do you need? Girl, she does not need to give an explanation to you, okay? But furthermore, Your Honor, I wanted to say, you know, Selena Gomez, she has no shame in the game. And she said it. She said that, you know, she was going on that date, honey, and he just didn't know. You know, she said, I love you first and all these things. I mean, listen, Selena found something in him that she really liked and she went for it. And actually, I think that takes big ass ovaries to do, okay? Now, what people are also criticizing is the fact that when he said that she would show up 30 minutes before the date and he would see her on the cameras and just leave her sitting out there for 30 minutes. Now, I'm going to give you two sides of the coin because you guys know I'm like the Hannah Montana of explanations. The first thing is, girl, why the fuck are you letting that girl sit in the freaking car for 30 minutes before you have to go and freaking be together and embarrass her ass talking about it on freaking podcasts? The second thing is, I like that he respects her boundaries. You see the double sides? I like that he respects her boundaries and he respects the process. I like that about it. Listen, she showed up 30 minutes before for a reason. She showed up 30 minutes before because maybe she needed that 30 minutes to talk on the phone with a girlfriend, to hype her up, to maybe listen to some hype music, to maybe get dressed, or maybe she just needed 30 minutes to just relax, to manifest, to envision, to meditate. I love that he gave her that time to be herself. Now, would I've loved for him maybe not to share this, because Benny Blanco should know that people are going to twist and turn everything that is said about Selena Gomez. So now this makes her look like she has, according to some comments, that she has trust issues, that she is desperate for attention, that she's a victim, that she's a pick-me, that she's this and that she's that and she's that and she's this and she's that, she's everything, So I feel like, Benny, girl, let me tell you something, honey. Don't continue to say such things, because it is going to, unfortunately, make Selena Gomez look bad. When for all of us, it could be the cutest, sweetest story ever. But for the haters, they're going to twist and turn it to say she is crazy. She's bonkers. She's this. I actually quite understand Selena, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm the type of person that I like to arrive early to things, honey. I like to arrive early. I like being early. I like to be on time, but I also like to be a couple minutes before, because I tend to sweat. I tend to sweat up here a little bit, okay, like in the forehead area. So when I get somewhere that I'm nervous about, I mean, not all the time, but just when I get nervous, I, sweat. So what I do is, I get there a couple minutes before, and I know I'm going to be a little sweaty. So I just kind of like let myself calm down a little bit. Then I can go in there, put some perfume on, honey, and I'm going in there and slaying. You know what I mean? So everyone has their process, and I love that he gives her her process. So do I think this was terrible? No. But has he made it very clear that she was more into him in the beginning than he was into her, because he was not even aware that this was a date, because his low self-esteem is so low that he felt like a person like Selena would never be interested in a person like him. But little did he know she was on a date and he wasn't even aware of it. Listen, I am so tired of seeing this whole Beauty and the Beast type thing. I think it's so wrong, you guys. And, it's so funny because the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was, they were telling me how they love a six-pack, and they love they love a fit guy, and they love a gym rat, they love these type of guys. And I told him, I was like, it's so funny because, like, I understand it, obviously, right? But I prefer a dad bod. And you think that I would have told him something absolutely crazy, like, I stood in line for 48 hours to buy the Hailey Bieber smoothie when it first came out. He was like in shock, and he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, like, I prefer a dad bod. I like a little junk, I like a little tummy. I like a little love handles. Like, I love that. I love a little hairy chest. That's what I'm into. I could admire the six-pack and the tone buff guy, but that's not what does it for me. You know what I mean? And so we all have different tastes, and I'm just so tired of people criticizing Benny Blanco's looks. Now, I do feel like moving forward, now that the album is out, now that the promotion is done, I say keep everything to yourself. And this is something that I've thought about so much, and I mentioned before a little bit, but Selena and Benny, this is a time for you now to stay quiet. Enjoy your relationship in private, and don't let any more media or fans or people or haters be in it, okay? Seal the circle and move away from it, because listen, energy is real. And if you continue to just put it all out there, people are going to be wishing you such ill will that it might not work out. And I do not want to see Selena Gomez heartbroken, okay? So, what do we think about this? Let me know in the comments. Do you think that he's purposely embarrassing her? Do you think that it's wrong of him to do it? And what did you think about him allowing her to sit outside for 30 minutes while he watched on camera? I would have been like, girl, thank you for, allowing me to have my process. But girl, you don't have to share that with the world. Anyways, I love you guys so much for watching. Today is a flower moon. I have included this clip in some of my other videos today, but in case you have not seen it, I'm going to include what the flower moon is about. So check this out. tonight's full moon brings, okay? Now, I want you to guys write this down, all right? It says, oh, by the way, if you have any crystals, any quartz, anything like that, take it outside, put it in a window, anywhere where the moon light can hit it, because we want to make sure that our quartz and our crystals are just, bombarded with that full moon power, okay? So the full moon power is a deep emotional reset, revealing what you've been suppressing. Intuitive clarity around relationships, especially where trust is lacking. A pull toward transformation, shedding patterns you've outgrown. Intensity that brings long buried truths to the surface. The urge to release what's been quietly draining your energy, okay? Tonight's flower full moon in Scorpio isn't here to play. It's here to show you the truth about your patterns, your energy, your connections, and the parts of you that are quietly craving transformation. Scorpio doesn't deal in surface level clarity. It pulls you deep, and when it does, things become undeniable. Let this moon be the mirror, the nudge, the release. Let it guide you towards what's real and away from what's been silently weighing you down. This is your chance to shed and to step forward lighter. Now, listen, this is such an amazing thing because I always talk about shedding, releasing. I always say, like, at the end of the month or like at the end of the week, you should always like release so you can start fresh. This is so perfect for today, Monday, because we're starting a brand new week, right? There's a full moon. We sometimes carry so much bullshit that it's so unnecessary, you guys. We are like hoarders of trauma, right? We are hoarders of bad energy. We are hoarders of negative people who should not be in our lives. Today is a day to shed, okay? And a really cool exercise, if you get a book or a notebook, right? Or your notes pad on your phone, you could write down everything that you believe is weighing you down. Who in your life is weighing you down? What is that freaking word, you guys? My dyslexia is weighing me down. My ADHD is weighing me down, bitch. No, they're my superpowers. No, oh my God. Patterns. What patterns that you are you doing that are negatively affecting your life? What are those patterns, Maybe the job, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, maybe that toxic friendship, right? Maybe something you're doing, because girl, we also do a lot of shit to ourselves. So think about the things that you could eliminate that maybe will make you feel lighter so you can shine more. You know what I mean? What right now is currently dimming your light, and see how you can free from it. Okay, of course there are things that is not that easy, but when we don't give so much power to something, and when we don't give so much mind and effort and energy to it, it starts seeming a lot less powerful. And that is the truth. When we stop giving it so much attention, it stops seeming so scary. It stops looking so scary and starts feeling a little bit more like, I can handle this. Okay? So today, shed, release, understand that you are worthy of light. You are worthy of being lighter, of shining, of floating. Okay? And don't let no one weigh you down. All right? And if you are in that relationship where you know that person is dimming your light, you got to say bye, bye, bye. Okay? Anyways, I love you all so much for watching. Thank you for starting the week off with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bididi, babidi,